This is Gene the Coffee Bean, and this is my disclaimer. All the opinions expressed in this podcast are mine and mine alone, unless otherwise noted. My opinions are not intended for any other purpose but your entertainment. You rock. Hello, everyone. I hope you and your loved ones are all doing fantastic. This is Gene the Coffee Bean. Welcome to the podcast. We're going to change things up slightly from what I normally do at the beginning and simply cover more quotes of the day with less yapping from me. So let's get inspired. Okay, quotes of the day. Number 1. Believe you can, and you're halfway there already. Theodore Roosevelt. That's awesome. So if you happen to be standing in front of the mirror right now, just realize how much potential you have. Believe in yourself, baby. Period. That's all there is to it. All right, number 2. What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Yeah, baby. That's beautiful. It's true. All the conditions and circumstances that are in the past and in the present, they're nothing compared to your potential. What lies inside of you, all that potential that you'll never even scratch the surface of. It's so heavy laden with potential. Okay. Number 3. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Aristotle. Yep, thousands of years ago they were saying that. Just don't tell that to a housefly. They'll be bouncing off all the light bulbs in your house. Number 4. It is never too late to be what you might have been. George Eliot. Wait a minute. What if I might have been dead? What the hell? No, I'm kidding. God forbid. All right, it's never too late to be what you might have been. It's true. What you might have been, in other words, I think obviously he is talking about those unrealized dreams, or unrealized desires to be something, to do something extraordinary or whatever. As extraordinary as what you've already done. All right, so that reminds me of something now. It reminds me of a quote I read on a refrigerator. It said something like, and I'm just paraphrasing, I think it was from a book. My life is a graveyard of things I could have done, but didn't do, because I didn't have enough courage. So, let's all go back tonight, before we go to bed, and visit all those tombstones of things we could have done and we didn't do, because we weren't courageous enough. Can you do them now? Yeah, it's something to think about. All right, number 5. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. Anne Frank. That's gorgeous. That young lady came up with some of the most beautiful things. At such a young age. It's crazy. What a beautiful thought. And it's so true. You could save a person's life with a smile and a wave. Some of these people are feeling so horrible. They're thinking about the worst of it all. And you walk by and you smile and you say, "Hi, how you doing?" As you walk past, that might save their life. Just be nice and do the right thing. I think that's the ultimate playbook. What else is there? Very simple. All right, let's get into the jokes of the day, guys. When I was born, I was so shocked and surprised that I couldn't speak for over a year. That's a cute one. Number 2. Oh, there was a joke one time I heard about that one. About a baby. When I was born, I came out and I slapped the doctor really hard. I said, "What the hell's the matter with you? I liked it in there." Oh, a birthday card from a child to a mother that says, "Happy birthday, but just to let you know, I like my old womb better." What's the difference between love and marriage? Love is blind and marriage is an eye-opener. Wow. Yep. Well, It sure is. We learn a lot, don't we? But love in marriage is even an eye-opener. It's awesome. All right, number 3. A wife asks her husband if he wants dinner. He says, sure. What are my choices? And she says, yes or no. Seriously. I would never have the chutzpah to ask my wife that question. What are my choices? Oh my goodness. Now that's just kind of thoughtless. All right, number 4. So this woman was so lonely and depressed that she never got married and she never found love that she finally took action and posted an ad on a popular website. The ad simply said, husband wanted. The next morning when she went to check her inbox, she saw thousands of replies to her ad. But they all said the same thing. You can have mine. So you ladies are out there trying to get rid of your hubbies. That's funny. Okay. And here's a as a man, I can offer a piece of advice to all the ladies out there about their man, if they have a man, or all the men out there who have a man. Here's the deal. Men are like kids. Keep it simple and, treat them like they're your child. That's it. We're so simple, it's not even funny. Get out of my fort. Okay, number 5. Before you pay a psychic for a reading, ask them one simple question. Have you ever won the lottery? If they say no, you know they're either stupid or they suck at their job. All right. 6. Never criticize anyone until you've walked a mile in their shoes. That way, they can't hear you, plus you'll have their shoes. Yeah. Okay, fun facts of the day. Number 1, the average cell phone has 18 times more bacteria on it than the toilet handles in public restrooms. Holy crap. No pun intended. That's disgusting. But of course, that has to do with all the bacteria from our face and hair and stuff. So it's pretty obvious. The most bacteria-ridden parts of the body: the mouth, the face, the hair, and the hands. Yuck. All right, people. Number 2, the longest living insect is the termite. They can live up to 100 years. That is crazy. No wonder why they're so successful. They can take their time and just eat your house really slowly. Number 3, scientists have discovered that a midday nap helps you be more focused, alert, and creative. But it was also found that napping regularly can reduce your chances of heart attack by up to 37%. Now, you have to ask yourself, and this is a serious question, during the middle of the day, do you ever get really tired at work or whatever? I mean, usually after lunch or around midday, you get like, your body's like, let's just lay down for a minute. That's why the siesta was such a rational thing, It's something to think about, people. Number 4, the space shuttle flew 135 missions with a flight computer that has less than 1% of the computing power of Microsoft's Xbox 360 game console. What the heck? That's okay. The Apollo spacecraft had, they were powered by less than the average calculator of the 1980s. Think about that one. All right. Questions of the day. Number 1, does hardship make a person stronger? If so, under what conditions and at what point is it too much of a hardship? That's interesting. It depends how you approach it. Some hardships destroy people completely. They just, retreat from the world, and it's like a wounded bird, and it's the saddest thing in the world because they do have all the potential in the world to overcome it, and there's no two ways about it. There's nothing you can't overcome. It's about, for most people, it's a choice. And, many of us are hypersensitive. And when there's really hard events in life, we take it much harder. We can be devastated. But there literally isn't anything we're not built to overcome. We're built for that, to overcome the worst hardships. There's no two ways about it. If you look at some of the hardships people throughout history have undergone and they've overcome, that should inspire us to overcome any kind of hardship and make us much stronger and wiser. Okay, number 2, how do you define success? That's an interesting question to ask, because a lot of people base it on material wealth and things outside of them rather than a more holistic and balanced definition. But it is totally subjective, obviously, and it's something that you should really always think about. I think success has become a term that has been hijacked and turned into something that's been dumbed down. I mean, maybe even the word success shouldn't even be used to define anything. Who knows? Especially in life, to define something in life, whether it's a success. Did you reach the challenge? Did you complete the goal or the challenge? That's all. I mean, that's, whatever your challenge is and whatever your goal is, you achieve it and then you move on. You just sit there and run around saying, success, eureka. So you pick up your trophy and move on. Okay, number 3. If humanity was put on trial by an advanced race of aliens, how would you defend humanity and argue for its continued existence? That's funny. I would just tell them, excuse me, who the hell do you think you are coming into someone else's planet and judging them by your standards? Go away. Well, you could just say one word. It's called evolution. We're evolving. Leave us alone and go away, you arrogant little turds. Yeah, it's about the size of it. Who would anyone think they are coming to judge any planet? Just leave it as it is. Let it evolve. Number 4. If you could start a country from scratch, what would it be like? Wow. It would just be nice people doing the right thing and very clean. No waste, everything recycled, and everything run on free energy, and people wouldn't have to pay for their homes. Not socialism, which is the biggest monstrosity I've ever personally experienced in a socialist country, Romania, or communist socialist country. Same crap, by the way. Anyway, it would be an agreement of self-governance, and based on the highest and most sophisticated standards of ethos extrapolated directly from nature, filled with equity. Lots of nice people. Number 5. Is it more or less difficult to be successful in the modern world than it was in the past? Again, here we go with defining success. And I suppose we define success today in terms of hunting and gathering. And in modern times, hunting and gathering is the financial system. Based on that, obviously, it's the easiest thing ever now, since the Silk Road runs through your laptop. It's insane how many opportunities there are nowadays. It's crazy. There's never been so much opportunity to be highly successful at being hunter-gatherers. Never. It's crazy how much opportunity there is to, elevate the standard of living in your life, make things far more comfortable so you can go about enjoying yourself and with your family and loved ones and reflecting on the real important things. Yeah. Okay, beautiful peeps. Let's move on to the silly questions of the day. Number 1. What would be on a blooper reel of your entire life? Oh my gosh. That would be hysterical. And would you ever show it to anyone? Think about all the bloopers we had in private. Slipping and falling, banging our heads. That's funny. All right, number 2. What's the worst smelling place you've ever been? New York City subways. That's easy. They stink. They haven't been cleaned in 100 years. No, I think any place where there's a dead animal that's been around for a while. That's the worst. It's terrible. It's hard to get rid of that smell. All right. Number 3, what's the dumbest way you've been injured? About 2 years ago, I fell off a ladder. And I was in my garage up on I have this second story platform up there where things are kept, storage space. And the ladder slipped out from underneath me and I fell right on my tuchus. But I didn't get really injured, but it did hurt really bad, and I was alone. I'm rolling around, grabbing my hiney. Yeah, I don't have too many bad injuries. I never did. Never broke a bone or anything. I don't know. What's your story? What do you think? Number 4, what's the worst commercial you've seen recently? And why was it so bad? You know what I really dislike? Any of those snake oil salespeople pitches for something. They're the worst. Remember the Sham Wow guy? So, like, if you buy 4 of these today, well, you get 50% off. But I can't do this all day, so in the next 4 hours. I mean, it's like nonsense, you know. But people smartened up to that. So now they use more manipulative language when they're trying to sell something like, you know, the keys to success in day trading or stock trading or what stocks to buy or whatever, and the keys to successful living or whatever. They pitch the stuff in this manipulative, sociopathic way just to make a couple of bucks. It's kooky. I hate those commercials. All right, what movies predicted how things would be in the future that wound up being totally wrong? Well, Blade Runner and all those movies. Anything with a dysphoric future. You know, where all the streets are abandoned, everything's a desert. Most of those science fiction movies. Yeah. Things move a lot slower as a mass, but due to the challenges of so many different variables. But in certain areas, we make advancements really fast, like in technology, which, as Einstein said, has outrun our humanity. And there's no two ways about that, but we'll get a handle on it soon. Okay, number 6. What's the creepiest thing you could say to a stranger as you pass them on a busy street? How about this? I know what you did, and it's on video. That would freak anybody out. What did I do? What did I do? Oh my gosh. That's funny. Think about that. Or what's the creepiest thing anyone could say to you if you were just walking by and someone just looked up at you and said, as they're passing you, I know what you did. I saw it. And they walk away and you try to chase them. What? It's funny. If someone did that to me, I would just turn around and go, yeah, I know what I did too. A lot of things. I'm one of those dorks. I'm a nerd. I don't run around doing controversial things. Okay, people. There it is. Go have a fabulous day. You should be showered with the best of everything. I would love to see you again tomorrow for tomorrow's podcast. Until then, you rock. Peace. Okay, you beautiful people. If you like this podcast, don't forget to subscribe to The Bean on YouTube. Thank you so very much. Peace.